Did I take long enough? I don't think I took long enough. I think I need to take longer. Hold on, is that going through? It is. Damn, my shit didn't work. I don't know where Seba is. Astra just popped into my Twitch chat and then popped right back out a couple minutes ago. She's like, hey, I can't say, but just want to say hi. Oh, fuck. I can feel the drowsiness coming on. Why is it the second I start stream today and yesterday? It's just like, fucking kill me. Kill me. Actually murder me. What? Do a thing? Do what thing?
Let's circle jerk.
Let's not. Let's do that instead. I'm curious. Where are these videos at? Ooh. That's at 400. That's at 940. Look at this. 2 Mad stream keeps going up. It's my most viewed. And then the 2 Mad video is 88, 78, 401. It's getting there. Yes, I am. Mega Goon? Oh my god. What's Catnip doing? Oh, smoking. That was an interesting point to jump in on. Jesus. Do you smoke? Nah, not anymore. Not anymore. I can't. Every time I smoke pot, I just like, I feel like I'm in hell. I just can't do it. I don't know why this is in my recommended.
So even though research has shown a weightlifting belt can help you lift heavier weights with more explosive power, there's still 2 rules that you should follow when using one. Rule number 1, you don't wear your weightlifting belt for every single set, especially your warm-ups. This is Lee Sang, a South Korean weightlifter going through some deadlifts. You'll notice he's not going to put his weightlifting belt on until his heaviest sets. Let me tell you the reason for that in a second. Rule number 2, you still have some programmed heavy lifts within your training without a belt, like this no belt pause squat that Lee's performing here. Excellent technique. You see, even though a weightlifting belt can be helpful at increasing intra-abdominal cavity pressure and therefore stability, we never want to lose sight of enhancing our natural weightlifting belt. And if you do this correctly, you may just surprise yourself one day with how well your lifts will feel without a belt too.
Doing beltless squats by accident. Wait for it.
Oh! I got my belt.
So even though research has shown
Chat, how's the volume? Wait, I'm loud?
Your voice is just naturally louder than everyone else's. Not in like a bad way, but I was like, dang, I'm kind of jealous because my voice is like kind of strained because I force project my voice because my voice is naturally really quiet and I got yelled at it a lot in school.
Really? For being too quiet?
Yeah, the teacher's always like,
We can't hear you, speak up.
so now my voice is all like gravelly and I just talk like this normally now.
Oh,
but
God.
It really strains my throat. Which is
Oh,
like,
so you have to like talk
yeah,
like
that's-
naturally deeper
yeah,
because...
people always ask like, why does it sound like she's about to cry? It's because I'm like straining my throat.
Oh my god, wait, so what would you talking normally?
You are on hell. Yes.
I can't
You're
even
welcome.
like do it anymore because I'm not used to it. Like I guess like this would be like natural, like kind of like like this.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn, they f***ed you up.
But it doesn't feel natural anymore because I'm
Yeah.
used to talking like this
You used to,
now.
damn, you used to strain your voice? Okay.
Yeah, I'm just used to it now, so now it's become my natural voice.
Chat, how's the volume?
That's weird. Why they all need a quirk, I don't know.
And I'm not gonna make.
Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna watch somebody else make fun of this. I'm gonna make fun of this. Why am I dumb?
What's going on, guys? I wanted to sit here and genuinely talk to you guys about what's been going on these past few days.
Already. Starting off an apology video. What's going on, guys? Kill me.
And really
It's popping, gang. My bad, yo.
recap and
Kill yourself.
apologize for everything that I've done and the mistakes I've made.
Oh my
as a
god,
person.
Ellie.
You know, in my career, I've made a lot of.
Yo, Ellie. Is that Saba? Yo. That's crazy. Oh my god, I'm DMing Saba. I said, Saba, you're needed ASAP. Yeah, he's Jordanian. You're right.
Excuse me.
Mistakes, and I've made a lot of bad decisions, but that was by far one of my worst things that I've ever said or done, and I want to sincerely apologize for what I said. That was not something that comes out of a person like me's mouth ever.
What are you That's not something that comes out of a person. What are you talking about? Yes, it is. All the time. What a fucking dipshit. Oh my god. He's such a little snot. Ugh. Just fucking just jump off a cliff.
I don't know what I was thinking. I let a
You don't think.
kid get in my head, and when he talked crazy to me, I blacked out, and I didn't realize what I was doing, and I want to sincerely apologize.
You blacked out? No, you didn't. Do you black out every single day on stream? Kill yourself. Hey, thing. For telling a kid he would butt fuck him. The kid was shit talking him, and he was like, "Oh, I'll fucking come down there and fuck you with the ass and kill your mom." It was just like, it was just funny. It was ridiculous. It was insane. This kid was being a little shit, like a serious little shit. It's a kid still, but like, it was like a Call of Duty kind of kid, you know? That's like, what are you gonna do? Oh my god, Allie. No, it's not similar to a blackout.
Guys, I'm not.
What is this? I just noticed this.
The
Hold
year
on.
was 1994.
Why is this a video? Okay.
Eyebrows were thin. Friends was the hottest new TV show, and Bill Clinton had a wandering eye. And somewhere in Ostrobothnia, the cries of a healthy baby girl echoed in a hospital hallway. And that girl would, unbeknownst to herself, eventually find out that she wasn't like the other girls. Ultimate pick me. So we're talking about me. Hello, I'm Sarah, and I feel like an ASMR artist. Why do I feel like I'm going to start tapping?
I'm in pain.
Tämän tekeleen päällä mä tasapainottelin tämän videon ajan. Siinä on teetä ja 2 ruisleipää. Moi. Jamalla Telleilyllä kantoraami Josmerille kaimeretuksella Mattesolemi-evakuoinnissa. Alltså det är ju man sortar eller man handlar ju. Filer man råd ostaglig förkämpare med de skimattrupa med alla pluva som fan.
What? Why? This girl's got crazy views. What the fuck? I have never heard of this person. But this
Anyway, so
this is cringe but interesting.
the first
to me.
feelings that I remember of feeling like an outsider, they take me back to, I think it was secondary school, right?
Allie, shut
Is
up.
that the grades after?
Orange ass.
Wait, it's different in every country. Junior high, I guess, is what the American equivalent to that is. Grades 7 to 9. Anyway, I remember when
Shit,
the
thanks for the
girls were
subs.
starting to get their periods and they would talk about it to each other and like bond over it. And bleeding monthly sounded horrible and painful to me. But at the same time, you know, I was looking forward to it.
Really?
Which I guess most girls are, you know, to be able to bond with their fellow females. And at the same time, the girls were developing chests and I wasn't. And I remember the boys in my class were like constantly saying that I was the flattest girl in the school, and that was not nice. So I started wearing a padded bra and stuffing it with socks. And then sometimes someone would ask me, "Hey Sarah, are you wearing a padded bra and stuffing it with socks?" And I'd be like, I also started buying pads and bringing them to school just in case someone needed one. I could, you know, be the pad plug. And at the same time make it look like I too had my period, which I didn't. Anyway, time passed. I was 16 and I still had no signs of puberty, so my mom decided to take me to the doctors. And so at the doctors, they gave me an ultrasound, and as the doctor was giving me the ultrasound, he kind of looked like he didn't really know what he was looking at. He said he can't seem to find ovaries or much of anything else, which of course felt alarming. But he couldn't really tell me anything on the spot. They sent me back home, and we didn't hear anything for a couple of months, but they had me come back regularly to get my blood tested. After some time, I got called in, and my doctor told me I was a male fetus and I was supposed to be born a boy, but because of a genetical mutation, I was born halfway female.
That's the word.
I'm trying to think of something to compare it to. Imagine walking up to the... Think of something...
On her palm? Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh my god. Oh, that's gotta hurt. No, that's not henna. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna speak from experience. Okay? 2 things. First, I got this right here, right? This goes close to my palm. Up here hurt the worst, all right? I was also a heroin addict who has horrific veins now because I ruined my circulation. I've shot up everywhere, okay? Here, to shoot up, did not hurt that bad. The tattoo killed. My palm hurt like hell. Like hell. It was bad. I can't imagine getting a tattoo there. Oh. Kill me.
Something to compare it to. Imagine walking up to the gym and the front looks like a regular...
I honestly don't think this... I don't give a fuck about this at all.
That type of guy. I'm not that type of person.
Yes,
and,
you are.
I understand why I got banned, and I understand the reasoning for it and everything, and I know everyone's happy and stuff, but I want to say I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. And I want to shout out to Kick for giving me another chance and you know, always being there for me. I really appreciate you guys and all the loyals, everyone that slid for me and said all these things about me and try to make the band less and everything. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. And I wanted to say this was an eye-opener for me in my eyes.
It was an eye-opener for me in my eyes. It really opened my mind up. this really opened my mind and my eyes on Jaw. No cap, on the stack. 100.
And I'm not gonna make anything bad like that.
With arms wide open.
Like that ever again. And I'm gonna go on the right path as a person and become a better man. I'm not gonna.
No, I will not cheer him on, Ellie. You do not understand.
Go on the right path as a person and become a better man. And I'm not gonna and try to make the band less and everything. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. And I wanted to say this was an eye opener for me in my eyes. And I'm not gonna say this was an eye opener for me in my eyes. Appreciate you guys. I really do. And I wanted to say this was an eye opener for me in my eyes. And I'm not gonna make anything bad like that happen ever again. I'm not gonna do anything like that ever again. And I'm gonna go on the right path as a person and become a better man.
Actually, you know what? I'll give him that. He's Hindu. It's his third eye. I'm a scumbag. Fucking idiot. Oh my god. No thanks, bratwurst. Got him? I don't know. It's a joke, but he won't do that again. That's funny.
And I'm not gonna.
Actually, he may have said he's either Hindu or Muslim, but I don't remember which. I know either one is an insult to the other. Oh my god. He's not really. Cringe. Dude is wearing a fucking OVO shirt. Drake merch. Really?
Make anything bad like that happen ever again. I'm not gonna do anything like that ever again. And I'm gonna go on the right path as a person and become a better man.
Well, guys, I'm getting fed up. This new age of content creators are ruining the things I love on this website and really the things I love on the internet in general, and I won't stand for it. Back in the golden days of YouTube, we would get one bad apology video maybe once a year. Sometimes it'd be like every 18 months. It wasn't a guarantee that we would get one every calendar year, but it was a pretty safe bet. This made them special. However, these days, it seems like every 3 weeks, some big content creator is putting out a video that takes the cake as the new worst apology video on YouTube. It's like the most unstable job ever. These videos are constantly being churned out, and there's always a new worst one to make all of its predecessors look like an actual halfway decent apology. And today, we're going to be talking about this month's entry. Now, if you don't know who Neon is, well, then maybe you should just go ahead and sit this one out. Like, seriously, click off while you still can. There's nothing positive that's going to come into your life from finding out who this guy is. I'm not even joking. Okay, seriously, do yourself a favor. But if for some reason you hate yourself and you want to stick around, well, then Neon is a streamer who, to me, has recently kind of blown up out of nowhere. Maybe I'm just out of the loop. I don't really watch streamers, but my experience with this guy was that I had literally never heard of him ever in any context or any situation. And then basically overnight, he was getting mentioned alongside the biggest streaming names on the internet. Like, seriously, this guy seemed to have come out of nowhere. What happened? How can we reverse it? To put it short, this guy is basically a worse Jack Doherty. His content is basically just going around being a nuisance, starting arguments, manufacturing drama, just trying to get conflict on camera for his streams. Don't know why that's such a popular form of streaming these days, but I'm really hoping it passes pretty soon. But right now, we've got to deal with it, and my god, conflict on camera Neon has managed to capture. After doing a little bit of digging on this guy, it seems like there's no level of depravity that he's not willing to stoop to for internet content. The man made like a 4-part series a few years ago faking his own death. Like, he really went all in on it. internet. So the stuff he does these days, like going around making fun of children for their parents working at Walmart, is really not all that surprising. But I feel like even when you know a content creator is not a good person, you still expect them to have this sort of sense of self-preservation. Like when you have this kind of following, you know the kind of stuff that you can't say even if you might want to say it, because you can't just fully out yourself as the worst person alive. With this kind of content, you've got to walk a line between being a terrible person but still not being too terrible that 13-year-olds like you. Neon did not do that, and it's gotten him in some hot water. 5 days ago, Neon decided to go on stream and do something a little bit silly. And when I say a little bit silly, I mean criminal. For some reason, Neon decided to bring this kid onto his stream. He was talking to him in a Discord call. I'm gonna play the clip. There's gonna be a whole lot of censoring, okay? Don't worry, we'll go through it at the end. But I'm a little bit worried on what YouTube might do for this clip being in my videos, so I'm taking the proper precautions.
The fuck? I tried to be nice to you, bro.
Shut the fuck up. I'll beat the shit out of you and your fat girlfriend, bro.
What the?
That fat I'll smack her in her face too.
And on God, I'm about to dox your entire family. What's your name?
You're not doing shit. Shut the up, suck my bro. You a
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Kizzy, bro. My name's Kizzy. It says it in my
what's your
name,
first
bro.
name? All I need is your first name and you're done. I don't care. I'm an internet warrior. What's your name? Now, what's your first name, bitch? What's your first name, bitch? Tell me your first name. See,
I'll get Miami.
I don't give a fuck if you're 10 years old. I will fuck you until you fucking bleed. I swear to God. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, so if you couldn't catch any of that, don't worry, we're gonna do a play-by-play here. So I wasn't really able to find the context of what was happening before all of this started. Based off of the really high intellect discussion that's going on here though, I don't think it really matters. You know, I don't think it was gonna add a whole lot to this discussion, if I'm being honest. So if you didn't really catch the end of this video, your first thought might be, okay, well, this kid should probably not be talking to people like this on the internet. And yeah, you're right, okay, not gonna really argue with you there, this kid's being a little shit. But when you're young and you look up to people like Neon and you think the best way to get famous is to attack and harass people, well, not really that surprising that stuff like this happens. So sure, this kid's being a little stinker, but he's a kid. Neon is an adult. And what he says at the end, which you might have not caught because I had to cut so much out and they're just screaming over each other, is absolutely disgusting. I don't know how to word this to where I don't just instantly get banned on YouTube, but basically, after threatening to dox this kid and his entire family, he says that he's going to assault this kid in a certain manner until a certain part of his body bleeds. Are we all on the same page? Hopefully. So obviously, and rightfully, this did not go down very well with the internet. You've got a huge influential streamer who's an adult making threats like this to a kid. Neon was dogpiled on Twitter and by basically anybody with a brain, and it actually led to him getting banned on Kick, which is what led Neon to make his apology video. Yeah, don't for 1 second believe that this guy is sorry for anything that he's done. He has literally wished death upon people in the past. He was banned on Kick because this was too bad of a look for them not to, and they probably told him you have to make an apology video before we unban you, which by the way, after this apology video dropped, he was unbanned. What a surprise. So now, after 5 minutes of yapping, it was important yapping though, I think. You need to know the context for this. It's finally time to watch this award-winning apology.
What's going on, guys? I wanted to sit here and genuinely talk to you guys about what's been going on these past few days and really recap and apologize for everything that I've done and the mistakes I've made as a person. You know, in my career, I've made a lot of mistakes and I've made a lot of, you know, bad decisions.
Neon, buddy, I think that might honestly be the biggest understatement ever made by a human. You've made some mistakes. That's what you're deciding to classify them as? Mistakes? I mean, I guess he's right. Faking your death for like a week straight is a pretty easy mistake to make. Happens all the time to me.
But that was by far one of my worst things I've ever said or done, and I want to sincerely apologize for what I said. That was not something that comes out of a person like me's mouth ever.
What? Neon, what do you mean? Are you claiming you were possessed or something? Was that a body clone? Is somebody impersonating you? What do you mean something like that doesn't come out of somebody like you? You're the one who said it. It clearly does. This is not even an apology. Yeah, guys, that thing I said, the thing that there's video evidence of me saying it, that's not me. You guys know me. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what I was thinking. I let a kid get in my head, and when he talked crazy to me, I blacked out and I didn't realize what I was doing, and I want to sincerely apologize.
Neon, dude, just take accountability here. Stop trying to make excuses. You blacked out from a 12-year-old calling your girlfriend fat? How do you say that with a straight face? That's the most hilarious thing I've ever heard. Officer, look, you don't understand. He said that I couldn't crank 90s like a true OG, so I had to kill him. I blacked out. I'm sorry. I saw red. This is ridiculous.
I'm not that type of guy. I'm not that type of person. And I understand why I got banned, and I understand the reasoning for it and everything, and I know everyone's happy and stuff, but I want to say I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. And I want to shout out to Kick for giving me another chance and you know, always being there for me. I really appreciate you guys and all the loyals, everyone that slid for me and said all these things about me.
Wow, what a guy. This is who everybody should strive to be. In his apology video for attacking a child, he gives a shout out to all the people who defended him for attacking a 10-year-old. Neon, you're a real class act.
And try to make the band less and everything. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. And I wanted to say this was an eye-opener for me in my eyes.
That's your forehead, buddy.
And I'm not gonna make anything bad like that happen ever again. I'm not gonna do anything like that ever again. And I'm gonna go on the right path as a person and become a better man.
Yeah, so a super solid apology here. Doesn't even really address what he's apologizing for. Just says he's not gonna make anything bad happen again. Doesn't even address why people might be mad at him for saying something like this, or explaining why he understands why he shouldn't have said it. No, this is very obviously the result of an email from a Kick higher-up saying, hey man, make a 1-minute long apology so we don't look like total idiots unbanning you. Didn't really work though. So after subjecting myself to this nonsense, I wanted to see what Neon was up to since uploading this video, and his most recent upload is a video titled Neon Gets Pressed by DD Osama. Now if you don't know who DD Osama is, he's a young rapper out of New York, and a while back Neon made fun of his dead brother, which this far into the video should not be a surprise. Now we're not going to be watching too much of this, but I did want to show this because guys, I think this might be the funniest video on YouTube. Apparently Neon wanted to squash this beef, so he decided to meet up with DD Osama in person, and the fact that Neon has not deleted every single piece of social media he has after uploading this video is kind of insane to me. And the fact that he even uploaded this video to begin with is even crazier.
I wanna sincerely apologize, bro.
Yo, look, that's all it was. That's all it is, bro.
Nah.
I ain't gonna front. Look.
Yeah, I'm actually scared.
You don't need to be scared,
All
bro.
I'm gonna tell you, babe boy, is that
Let them talk.
yo, babe boy.
Yeah.
Don't use your hands.
Bro, it's good.
We're good.
Yo, I don't want nobody like
Okay, just move.
We're not listening
Yeah,
for.
alright, my bad.
Listen up.
I know he mean
Yo, bro.
Yeah, I know. I want to.
Listen. I just want to tell you this, babe boy. You don't know where I come from. Like, you not from the streets, babe boy. Like, you's really a nerd, babe boy. You's really a nerd, babe boy.
Okay, so look, I don't really plan on finding myself in a situation similar to this anytime soon, but if I did, I don't think the term baby boy is what I would use in addressing someone I'm trying to intimidate. But after watching this video, I don't think there's a single better thing he could have called this guy. Having a guy 2 years younger than you who's not even a legal adult call you baby boy.
Brazilian lad, I swear to God. I will ban you from this chat. You fuck.
While you nod and agree is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Neon is the definition of a keyboard internet warrior. This is really what the entire video is though. DD Osama will say one thing and Neon will profusely apologize for it and look around nervously. And it's kind of just that over and over again for like 10 minutes. And then they go to some sort of diner.
Why did it delete every single one of your messages?
To a lot of other people. At one point, Neon starts getting treated like an actual child, like DD Osama is patting his head and stuff. It gets kind of weird. Like I said, I don't know why Neon would upload this. I don't really understand this guy's persona. It's like everything I've seen of him has either been him being the most obnoxious, aggressive person imaginable, or stuff like this. I feel like you've got to pick one because these two sides don't really coincide. Well guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this whole apology situation? Are you buying into it? Do you really think that Neon is trying to be a better man? I think that this is nothing but a little PR campaign to try and get his streaming career back on track. Not that I think any of his fans actually care about what he says. I just think that Kick is trying to clean up their image a little bit recently. Do I see that working? No, not really. But I think that's all this is. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
I was gone so long
that when I decided to download social media again, I kept looking for Twitter. I was like, where's Twitter? I kept typing it into the App Store, and it took me so long to figure out that it's called X now, because being completely unplugged, I just don't know that I could ever explain like how good it was. I actually have merch coming out. Really, really excited to be back on Patreon. Am trying Cameo.
Well guys, it seems like the internet is healing. Last week, somebody who might just be one of the most iconic YouTube celebrities returned to the internet after a year-long hiatus. And it is everything that you would expect. 11 days ago, as of recording this, Gabby Hanna, aka the Queen of Bad Vines, aka What If I'm the Monster, returned to YouTube after a year-long social media break. And upon her return, she released a video titled Gabby Hanna Diaries, A Year Without Social Media. And my god, is it a grifty premium saddle on that high horse mess. Now, if you don't know who Gabby Hanna is, then I don't even really know where I would start. There is so much lore that follows this woman, it's honestly kind of impressive. I would really not be surprised if she ends up in a history book one day. But to put it very briefly, like in under 30 seconds, like I said, Gabby Hanna blew up on Vine, and like all Viners did somehow, I don't know what they were putting in the water back then, they all managed to have very, very, very successful social media careers. So after Vine shut down, she moved to YouTube full time, and then not too long after that, she started making music. Now this might be my biggest hot take. I don't really think her music is as bad as most people make it out to be. Is it good? No. But it's just very average social media star to musician pipeline music. A lot of people act like it's the worst stuff ever produced, and I just don't think it is. It's just not good. But as a lot of people do, I think that Gabby thought that everything she created was gold. And unlike most people, she did not have a period where her friends and family could give her the, oh yeah, that's really good, but I think you should work on this, and that. She was already famous when she decided to start releasing music, so of course, when she did, the internet dogpiled her. And from that point forward, her public image started to kind of spiral. A lot of controversies, a lot of drama, a lot of stuff she shouldn't have said, and a lot of stuff she shouldn't have uploaded. But that's the long and short of it. Like I said, there's just way too much to talk about in a single video, because today, we're focusing on her return. Now, Gabby's gonna talk about how she felt this video was necessary because her experience was so positive, but it really just feels like one big out-of-touch marketing scheme. I'll let you be the judge. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
If you run out of money, you're broke. But if you run out of time, you're dead.
Okay, so literally not even a second in, the first thing you see is an advertisement for her new single. Look, if you make music and you have a big social media platform, I'm not saying don't use it, that would be silly, but don't try and pass this off as anything but a big advertisement for your music career, especially when this song is about what you're talking about in this video. Clearly, this is all planned together.
I really battled with myself on whether or not
She
I was
doesn't
going
look
to come
much
back to
different
the
for
internet,
saying
because
that.
being completely unplugged, I just don't know that I could ever explain like how good it was, but I'm going to do my best to put it into words. The reality is that most people watching this video have no idea what it's like to be completely detached like that, because we're not allowed to.
Alright, this is a silly cope in my opinion. Maybe you and I, Gabby, maybe we're not allowed to unplug because this is our job, and we'd have to go get normal jobs if we weren't doing this, which is, you know, that's scary.
Yeah,
but most people could unplug from social media if they wanted to. There's no, like, social contract that says you have to be on social media. One of my best friends from high school had no sort of social media whatsoever, and it was never a big deal. Never. The only difference was instead of saying, hey, did you see this on Twitter? I would just start explaining to him what I saw. I think that a lot of people who are on social media constantly forget both that one, a lot of people are on social media a lot less than you think, and two, there's still a huge community of people who aren't on social media at all.
TikTok or Instagram or Twitter, which is, by the way, the dark web now. When did Twitter become the dark web? Dude, I was gone so long that when I decided to download social media again, I kept looking for Twitter. I was like, where's Twitter? I kept typing it into the App Store, and it took me so long to figure out that it's called X now. And it makes sense. I feel like it's called X because it's literally X-rated. It is the dark web. I've never seen so much and
Okay, look, I don't really buy not hearing about Twitter being changed to X, not even in the news or something, but I will concede that it felt like basically overnight Twitter became a completely different website. One day it was just people being completely out of touch with reality and the worst arguments about basketball you've ever heard. And you still have all of that stuff, don't get me wrong, but now you also have videos of people getting shot, and if you click on the comments of that video, it's just 3 dozen people spreading their asshole wide open. So yeah, it's a little bit different, I'll agree.
But first, some
quick plugs. I've been gone for a year, so please indulge me. If you're watching this video, that means my new single, Where Did I Go, is out. Dude, one of the more challenging aspects of this has been not being able to share music and art as I was creating it. So please go stream that song, watch the little visual that I made, and very, very rare for me up till this point, but will not be rare soon, I actually have merch coming out that I'm so stoked about because I'm very excited to announce that it's coming out through my own design company, Look Design Company.
Alright, so here's where I feel like the real purpose of this video starts to shine through. What I think is really going on here is that for like 3 years straight, Gabby Hanna was kind of just the comedic punching bag of the internet, which look, I can understand is probably not a very desirable position to hold. So what this seems like to me was her just going away for a year to get all the people who were making fun of her to forget about her, and then coming back to the people who actually watch her and being like, hey, I need you to buy all this stuff. Which look, I don't even really think that's that bad of an idea, okay? Despite being a professional internet hater, I feel like I keep things pretty fair, pretty constructive. If you've just been getting dogged on for years and you want to just let people forget about it and then come back quietly, I get it. Some people exist on the internet solely just to hate, and not hate in like a funny way, but hate in an oh my god, you need help kind of way. I can look at who comments on my videos the most, and most of my top commenters are just dedicated haters. People who've been coming and leaving like a dozen comments on each video I make for like the last 2 or 3 years, just being miserable. So look, I get it. When every single person commenting on your videos is that kind of person, it's pretty understandable. But to try and frame this as this spiritual journey you went on to completely disconnect from social media, to then come back and announce like 5 different things that must have taken months of planning that are all related to social media, it's kind of hard to take seriously.
Also on GabbyHannaOfficial.com, you'll find a link to my Patreon. I'm really, really excited to be back on Patreon. I love Patreon. I used to be obsessed with Patreon. I love the community on Patreon. I love having the more exclusive, intimate space to share things with a smaller group of people that I wouldn't want to share too publicly. I love brainstorming there. I love getting feedback there. And I actually have more content prepared for Patreon than I have on my main channel. So if you want blogs, exclusive videos, live streams, and also discount codes for Look Design Company and Cameo, then head over to GabbyHannaOfficial.com and click the members only page.
I wonder why that could be. This video is beginning to reach dangerous levels of goofy, okay? I feel like I need a hazmat suit. Again, if you just wanted to let the hate kind of die down, say that. But to paint this as this silly spiritual journey where you completely disconnect from social media and then in the same breath say you have so much content prepared for social media, how do you expect me to take this seriously? You're contradicting yourself with every other sentence.
I am trying Cameo. I've gotten a lot of requests for it, and I realize that so often when I go out and people stop me, they're like, can I get a video for my sister, for my friend? A lot of people just want videos of me saying hello, so I figured I would offer that as a service for people who want it.
My sister in Christ, do you see what you look like right now? This is like me saying I'm taking a year-long break from sniffing glue, and then I reveal upon my return to sniffing glue, I guess, that for the last 6 months of my break, I was sourcing the best glue dealer. I was researching all the best things to sniff. Like, this is not a break. You were never taking a break from social media if you have like 4 new social medias upon your return. That's like the direct opposite of a break. Literally, the only thing you've managed to do is increase your social media presence. You've made more social media.
Sign up for text and email so that you'll be alerted when I actually do cameos, and they're going to be really limited. So I'm only going to be doing like 20 a week, probably, maybe less. So if you want to be notified when I am actually doing new ones, go ahead and sign up for text and emails.
So in this video where you're about to start talking about how not being on your phone for a year and being disconnected has been the best thing you've ever done, you are asking people to sign up for a service that's going to alert their phone that you're doing something that's only available for a limited time on social media that's going to make you money. So basically, you're trying to create FOMO and are telling people to sit around waiting for a text so they can instantly hop on social media for your gain. Oh my god, how out of touch can a person be? Okay, so after this, she just starts talking about the reasons she disconnected, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't really care to talk about them because I don't really buy into any of it. It all feels very performative, so instead we're gonna be jumping around talking about some of the more silly stuff she said.
Could you delete your apps right now and be totally okay with it? Listen, if it don't apply, let it fly. But I know a lot of people are relating, especially digital creators. And no, it's not not lost on me. But as a digital creator, as somebody who creates content, who creates music, who creates art, who's creating clothing, who wants you to engage with that, who's relying on ears and eyeballs, how ironic it is for me to tell people they should consume less social media. But that's how important I think it is. Because if I have this valuable information, this amazing life-changing experience, and I don't share it, that's beyond gatekeeping. That is.
This is boring the hell out of me, literally. That's to blame.
And we will go until...
Previously on Park Souls.
Oh my god! The second game is down, bro! Deathless all bosses. Look at him. Look at him. You guys don't even know. DS2 will probably be next. Like I said, I don't know anything about this game. I don't watch Dark Souls 2. I don't play Dark Souls 2. This is my first run, and we will go until it is my last run. I'm having so little fun that I'm debating not doing this and instead doing this at the end of my challenge. I will say I really like the way Dark Souls 2 feels and the way it plays and the way it looks. I did like all that stuff. Please tell me I have the voice pack, please. Warehouse, warehouse. Like I said, I don't know anything about this game. I don't watch Dark Souls 2. I don't play Dark Souls 2. I don't know anything about this game other than the lady's house, yes. Okay, we're just gonna speedrun this part because I want to hear if the ladies sound different. Please! Please have it, please have it, please have it, please have it. Please, 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 please.
Hair. Condemn this crowd? Oh, my god. Figure. Sanctions.
I am trying to remember the name. I am trying. All the menus are ruined, yeah. We're gonna have to memorize what they mean. Cat, I like Cat Blush, yes. But we're gonna put a space, like a middle name. Cat Blush, I accept. Guys, we will have many Dark Souls 2 runs. We're gonna start with Cat Blush, my favorite cat emote. Oh. Oops, Cat Blush works too. Cat Blush, make sure that's your name. Sheep and free. It kind of sounds like this was made by someone who has like English as a second language a little bit, you know? It's sheep. Sheep means yes.
At least I know your name.
At least you know my name, lady. DS2 is super underrated. We'll see. I will give an honest opinion of Dark Souls 3 after I finish doing Deathless on it. All bosses, including DLC. We are going every single boss.
Kill me. Why? 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 Why can't I stay awake? Ever? Seriously, somebody argue with me.
Keffels is a failed politician for the Canadian Communist Party who was swatted by one online group and then lied about it being another bigger, more popular site.
Kiwi Farms is an online community of stalkers that torment and harass their victims so intensely. We did it. We actually did it. So many people have tried for so long to do this, and we actually got Kiwi Farms down.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
The website would never be shut down. She would cry, lie.
We need as many people as possible to know who they are if we plan to fight back against them. That's why I need every single person who has watched this video to share the video and to spread the word.
Later admitting to baiting them into doxing her so she could get even more publicity.
And my little ragtag team were able to force their hand by intentionally making myself a lightning rod so I could make Kiwi Farms more vicious and attack me to the point where Cloudflare had no choice, because every time they attacked me, I publicized it.
And Kiwi Farms wouldn't even be the culprit. I covered this story nearly 2 years ago, but now I have the court documents, and it's clear to me that what she has written in there does not at all line up with reality. This video will paint a fuller picture. This is how an activist scammed her movement.
There's a lot of people in my audience that look up to me.
I
don't
have
want to let them know.
unfortunately tried not sleeping. It doesn't work.
It's like I need a palate cleanser, food for this hole in my soul, and what better than a meal choice from over 70 different chefs?
Sleeping
who
is
think
cringe.
Great food is for everyone.
I feel shame on my
Cook
own
Uni is the
behalf.
fast chef-to-meal delivery service
No,
where you
you're
can choose a
fine.
variety of different meals from award-winning chefs that are delivered fresh, never frozen to your door. When it comes to cooking for myself, I've always been a bit uninspired. I either order in more than I should, or I cook that same seasoned piece of chicken every night. Cook Unity gives me quality and variety. Night 1, I had a grilled jerk shrimp rasta pasta
No.
created by Chef Chris Messiah. The instructions are clear.
No, I have narcolepsy, not sleep apnea. Well, I'm 27.
Clearly labeled on the packaging. Just into the oven at 350 for 15 minutes and done. Beautiful. It's got that little bit of kick to it that's so good. And because you pick out a variety of different meals from different chefs every week, it's like you're eating at a different restaurant every night. With choices of 7 different dietary preferences, including vegan, paleo, and gluten-free options. Boom! Korean flank steak rice bowl by Chef Esther Chow. Tender marinated steak, some delicious sauce to dip it in, fresh asparagus. That was good, but now I'm in the mood for Mexican food. Chicken empanadas with polenta and chipotle mayo, created by Chef Santiago
You bastard.
Lopez. It is so flaky and juicy.
Just told me I look
Seriously,
old.
these meals are
Fuck
so
you.
good, and you could pause, skip, or cancel your orders at any time. Point is, Cook Unity has something for everyone. If you're a busy adult, college student, or just want some top tier variety, go to cookunity.com/WillyMac50 or click the link in the description and use code WillyMac50 to get 50% off your first order of Cook Unity meals. Thank you, Cook Unity, for sponsoring this video. To understand this story, we need to go back to the past. Keffals was swatted August 5th, 2022. This is partly because she's trans and people after her are insanely bigoted, and partly because she's insufferable. You will understand later. These people sent an email impersonating Keffals using her dead name, saying she killed her transphobic mom and plans to kill every cisgendered person at City Hall. Keffals uploaded a video titled "My Life is in Danger, I Need Your Help," saying that the police violated her human rights.
The fact that a fake email led to London Police Services booking me under my dead name reveals the prejudice that many police have towards transgender people.
She would also claim that the police caused her and her fiance financial harm and that she was opening a GoFundMe to recoup her losses. Move and any extra money past the goal would be used to sue the police.
They seized both my personal and work phone, as well.
Bathtub? I had a proper kitchen DMT lab, okay?
As the work computer that I broadcast on Twitch from. Because of the negligence of the police, we were both
Jars
left
and
functionally
everything.
unemployed. And I have spent thousands of dollars replacing our computers and cell phones,
I
so
know.
our lives aren't completely destroyed by what happened to us.
The GoFundMe was initially set to $20,000 and she exceeded it immediately, but would
I
suspiciously raise the
know.
goal every time it was about to hit it. Now, to understand her dishonesty when it comes to the lawsuit, we need to understand
Just like
her
my
doxing,
tweet,
because this
too.
is psychotic.
Like, hold on, let me show you this. This was funny. This was a good fucking tweet. It got a little hit, too, alright? I tweeted at Willie Mac, as he follows me, alright? So the show. I said, should we be concerned? Willie Mac should just became a member of Keffals. I got an email about this. And he said, she blocked me immediately, but I still got what I needed. Membership has been canceled because you were blocked. He said, but I still got what I needed. I said, did you need something that goes in your bathtub? Somebody bookmarked it. Fuck you, dude. Go like the fucking tweet, loser. I better watch one. Hit this. I'm watching intently. I'm waiting. You're slow. Good loser. Hey, there we go. Oh. Weird. I don't get notifications for follows anymore. I think it was like ever since it got over like 500, I get like the occasional notification for a follow, like maybe for other people that are over 500. I don't know.
Also, obviously, we're aware.
Kiwi Farms is famed for their documentation of lol cows. I think the term came from them. Slurs and misgendering run rampant on the website. There's no moderation. I grew up on Xbox Live. I don't really care, but it's definitely not for the faint of heart. It's a degenerate place for degenerate people that love documenting other degenerates. So it's not surprising Keffels would have a thread. Keffels would be targeted and harassed several times, the first one being the email threat to City Hall. This got media coverage and pushed her GoFundMe off the ground. Keffels would try and get away spending a night at a hotel, posting a picture of her cat letting everyone know she was okay. The doxers then cross-referenced the bed sheets with other hotels in her city to find the one she was staying at. They sent her pizzas.
In the morning afterwards, 5 different pizza companies sent pizzas to my hotel room under my dead name. Obviously, it isn't the pizzas that are the problem, but it's a threat that they make.
She then had her Uber account hacked multiple times, doxing her again, and had hundreds of dollars worth of stuff delivered to her. And every time she would get doxed, she would blame it on Kiwi Farms, encouraging services like Cloudflare to drop the site so it would be shut down. This story blew up even more in the media, where she would be labeled a trans activist.
I'm a high-profile transgender activist. There's a big target on my back. The community that I built online was the only time we ever felt like a normal teenager. And the target on my back is because of that.
She would officially declare war on Kiwi Farms and its owner in a video titled "Things Have Escalated. Now I'm in hiding." This blew up the GoFundMe even more. And just like before, she would continue to raise the goal. It was already over $70,000, and she's like, actually, from this point on, now it's for the lawsuit.
Until then, I am keeping the GoFundMe up, but any donations
Such a
towards
sudden
it from this point
switch.
forward will be strictly towards the legal fund.
Her attitude towards docs.
Virginia Lou. I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been?
Would completely change. She'd say she needed to flee again, but to Europe. She needed to flee the internet to
are
Europe.
ya?
It makes no sense. You can't flee a website.
Last time I saw you was in the
Statistically speaking,
Crucibles
the people
chat.
doxing her likely didn't live anywhere near her. Streamers get swatted all the time. They don't flee. They don't travel to Europe announcing every country she's going to. She would then buy an IRL streaming setup so she could stream in the
Having
streets.
adventures.
But IRL streamers get doxed
Nice.
even more. So you have to flee to Europe so people don't know where you are, but you're streaming your location. You go to TwitchCon, but you're streaming your location. People would become suspicious of her intentions, raising the goal, and she'd chalk them up as conspiracy
I'm
theories.
awake
People
again.
were so
The
gracious,
narcolepsy
they came together and they helped me
fit,
out.
I
And
guess,
while I
has leveled
really
back
respect
out.
it, it's brought
Or-
a lot of people to do the QAnon
it's
brain
weird.
bullshit about me, where they're saying I'm
So stop fucking calling me that. Jesus Christ. No, but I guess with narcolepsy, you have your melatonin and your dopamine. My melatonin is always high. I guess dopamine levels go up and down. And like, I don't know if it's when I have those like exhaustion fits where melatonin's going up or if dopamine's going down. It's one or the other. But I just get super exhausted and like nodding for like a couple of minutes. Yes, but not as much. It was mostly just like a heroin guy. I take stimulants now. Like I have a Vyvanse prescription. Focus on my hand. There we go. Pills. Sounds like free drugs. It is free drugs. Not really. It's expensive free drugs.
stealing money from my fans.
She announces she's
Take the
going to
red pill.
Spain, then Ireland, staying with someone who's already been doxxed. This is stupid. She's mad at people for questioning her intentions of fleeing the country and buying a new streaming setup, but look at this. She would get doxxed for a bomb threat called in at a food truck because she's streaming herself there, and her response would be, oh, I just didn't think about it.
So why would you tweet like, hey, there's this, you know, I don't know, like a truck, right? Like a food truck that Kiwi Farms threatened to bomb. You never tweeted that there's a truck that Kiwi Farms threatened to bomb and you're going to IRL stream there?
Oh yeah, no, I did. I was gonna go to the truck. And
Yeah, so like you're super in danger,
had,
so I'm gonna go to the truck.
Yeah, I already had police connections while I was in Ireland, and they knew ahead of time where I was going.
But you had police connections in Canada, and they knew where you were going, right?
Yeah, like what's your point though?
My point is none of this makes sense, Gaffles.
Like, do you think I'm like a robot? Like I am going to make like 100% the most logical decisions when I'm scared.
They're just asking you to stop posting your location. She's such a weasel. And every time she'd get doxxed, the media storm would start all over again. Kiwi Farms chasing Keffels around the world. Bigots hound transgender streamer. Forced to hide out in Belfast.
And I'm pretty sure that they called in, like they tried to swat us.
We can't tell if it's the same person.
We can't tell if it's the same person, but shortly after this photo was taken, the police knocked on the door to tell us that someone had reported a murder in this flat.
Her fans were concerned as to why she was telling people where she was going, and she's like, Europe's big, Ireland's dense.
I'm currently in Ireland. I am staying with a friend. I'm safe. Things are good. Don't tell people what country. It is completely fine. Do you know how dense Ireland is? Very dense country.
Every IRL streamer to ever exist gets doxxed and swatted. She would be asked by Nick Diorio and Keemstar about this.
Yeah, but I always thought to myself, I'm like, if people are really out to get you and you're in hiding, you're like live streaming like at VidCon. Like I feel like you're like,
oh yeah,
you're not really in hiding.
Hey, Coder.
I wasn't at that point. Like I hired a security consulting firm, and I was basically like, do you think things have chilled at this point? And they're like, yeah, probably.
So you aren't fleeing. This is just a vacation. She would contradict herself again in a private Patreon stream.
I have not been able to focus on actually taking legal action because I was still concerned for my well-being and my safety. The only reason I ended up going to TwitchCon is because a security firm that I hired, and I can't go into the specifics because I signed a non-disclosure agreement, told me that they thought that the heat died down and it would have been safe for me to travel there, which I essentially see as a work trip.
What about everything else you've been doing? She won't answer. Which is it, Keffels? I feel like she's only saying she's fleeing to justify not working on the lawsuit, which is what most of the money was raised for. In the same stream, she would admit to purposely putting herself in a doxable position so that she would get more media attention.
By intentionally making myself a lightning rod, so I could make kiwi farms more vicious and attack me to the point where Cloudflare had no choice, because every time they attacked me, I publicized it. One of the things that I did intentionally for the success of the campaign was make myself a lightning rod. I egged them on. I egged Kiwi Farms on. I wanted them to attack me. Because by doing that,
I do be snoring.
I was able to show the world how fucking vile they are.
She wrote in her Discord, "Oh, it's just Kiwi Farms chuds. I don't know, they could keep laughing at me. They effed with me and I got 100k. Directly got them deplatformed from Cloudflare. I won." And Keffels would redirect the hate towards Kiwi Farms and their provider Cloudflare.
I was up till like 8 a.m. because we decided at the last minute to do a protest in front of where the Cloudflare Connect conference is being hosted in Sydney, Australia. The Online Safety Act actually forbids cyber abuse content, like the kind that's hosted at Kiwi Farms. Mm-hmm. And apparently Kiwi Farms does get routed through Australia.
It does, yeah.
So unless the people who run the servers that get routed through Australia are willing to pay a $500,000 fine, they need to drop Kiwi Farms.
But here's the thing, the people doxing and swatting Keffels wasn't Kiwi Farms. It was actually a much more malicious website. I'm not going to name the site because if 100,000 people watch this video, statistically speaking, a couple of them are going to be crazy. I don't want them looking up her or her family's personal information. So I will call it Website Zero. Website Zero is what Keffels portrays Kiwi Farms as. Kiwi Farms is a glorified gossip forum where people troll and use slurs. People do dox on it, but it's not what the site is for. Saying otherwise is like getting doxed on Twitter and then saying all of Twitter is a doxing site. Website Zero is a malicious group of hackers and doxers meant to harass their target, not just online, but in real life as well. They had the email that got her swatted. They have proof of her hacked Uber Eats orders, showing that's how they kept doxing her. They explained how they confirmed her new address in Ireland with the dox of her roommate by the shape of the doorknobs in the background. When her family was swatted, what website was actively talking about it at the time? Website Zero. It's like the most complicated way to harass somebody. They would even fool me when they would file a complaint to the Copyright Claims Board on behalf of Keffels using White Forest as the copyright enforcer, trying to make it look like she wanted to revoke Kiwi Farms safe harbor privileges. You could read just how ridiculous that sounds. I reached out to White Forest and the person who filed the claim, and they said they never did. You need to put a lot of personal information to file a complaint like this, meaning it was most likely Website Zero, and she knows it's been them the entire time, actively trying to silence people who talk about it. Saying in her DMs with Destiny, "I was scared. Website Zero users aren't stupid like Kiwi Farms users." So this whole campaign is built off of a lie. Website Zero was too scary to go after, so she made it about the infamous troll site. Like what, is 4chan next? Hey, it's more marketable anyway.
All of us are here talking about like Website X. We're all talking about how bad it is, how it's like a secret, how we don't speak the name of it, but everyone knows it and everyone's worried about it.
I don't know it.
Sounds like the perfect website for a campaign for them to get dropped by their fucking service provider. Like, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think the momentum is there for that, though. Like, with the Drop Kiwi Farms campaign, it was just really opportune timing.
Not much. Watching the Willie Mac Keffels video.
Is that the first one, or did you release another one? Like, it's like part 1, right?
Yeah. Oh, it does say part 1. Let's see.
Part 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it. It's pretty cool.
I still gotta watch these. I wonder if he used the video I sent him.
Maybe. I'm actually just heading to bed. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
how your stream's been going.
Views wise, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like chat and stuff wise, I don't know.
I think shorts views are very misleading.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time with shorts, people are just scrolling and they might come across your shit, but they're scrolling right past it most of the time. So you get a view, but
they count the same. And it's like they say it's like 30 seconds of consistent viewing is what dictates a view on shorts. Because there's another stat that says how many times you just appeared, right, and swiped away. And so they track that, but that's not my views.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah, if you go in shorts specifically, but I don't know if it is for regular videos or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
What have you been doing on stream lately?
We've been watching like body cam videos and stuff. It's been funny. And then what else? The last couple days before that, I was just like grinding Overwatch, but I'm like a little sick of it right now, so
yeah.
I'm gonna take a few days and then get back to it, I think.
Just getting bored.
Just going too hard and like playing. I played like way too much. Like an embarrassing amount of time was spent playing that fucking game, so
nice.
Yeah.
I've been I've been failing miserably trying to play Dark Souls 3.
That game I gave up so early. Do you know the guy that like dashes around with a sword? I don't know how far you are, but he's like, that's not very specific, but basically he like like in a forest and then you walk through like a fucking gate, not a gate, like a door, and then there's a guy and he like copies himself and charges you. Actually, I think you're fighting 2 knights, pretty sure. Yeah. But anyways, I'm going to bed.
Okay.
I'll talk to you later.
All right.
I had all this media attention on me, and journalists were like following every fucking thing I said and did.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know about the second website until they went after me.
Yeah, but when you describe it as like a worse version of the same website, but whoa, please don't talk about it. That's crazy.
Well, it's like it's different.
If it's still affecting us from websites like Twitter, I don't know what the point of going to every individual random website is to try to start a change.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think it would be effective.
Well, that's what you did, and it was.
Exactly 4 hours! It's gonna be time for the Fruity Football Party!
I hate my life. Level 21 or 29 on needs based. What's up, Mike?
Wasn't effective. Kiwi Farms is still up. And if she's deceiving her audience, her donors, and the media about this, it makes me question her lawsuit a whole lot more. Objection! When I was covering her lawsuit 2 years ago, I was a lot more. Objection! When I was covering her lawsuit 2 years ago, I was seriously questioning if she had any real plans with the money. It's now crystal clear to me that she didn't. It started off with, all the money over $20,000 would go to a lawsuit against the police for violating my rights.
And build a legal fund to protect my rights.
And on Sorrenti's end, the story is not yet over. She's waiting for London Police Service to finish their investigation and told Global News she planned to sue.
She'd continue to encourage people to donate by saying legal fees are expensive and that she's consulting with 3 lawyers.
People have been really questioning, mostly bad faith people. I haven't seen a lot of people do this in good faith, but
Everyone's bad faith but me. Everyone.
I've had a lot of people questioning my GoFundMe fundraiser.
They're only questioning it because they're transphobes.
People kept asking me why I'm raising the goal when it hits the goal.
Because they're transphobes.
And the reason why is because
they're transphobes.
Yes, I'm using these funds to move.
But they don't know that because they're transphobes.
But more importantly, once I'm safe,
then I'll be safe from the transphobes.
The rest of those funds are going to be used for legal expenses.
Against the transphobes.
Then it became, well, I might sue the police. I'm not sure. They've been nice to me.
After it first happened, I was very mad at the police. And
because they're transphobes.
I wanted to hold their feet to the fire as much as possible.
Because they're transphobes.
I wanted to even potentially pursue legal action against
the
them.
transphobes?
But they've taken the threat against my life very seriously.
Against the transphobes?
And I want to see justice
done against these transphobes.
It then becomes, I never said I was going to sue the police at all. I was being very careful with my language.
I keep raising it. The reason that I did that in the first place
is because they're transphobes.
Was because I wanted it to be $100,000 from the beginning, but I didn't know if I would get that money. So when it kept coming in, I just kept raising the cap until I got there. I never said that I was going to sue the police. I wanted to be very careful with the language that I used because I don't know exactly what the plan is.
Were you being intentionally misleading when you wrote that? Well, I didn't say. It's clearly the impression everyone got. The way she writes off people is hilarious.
They just keep shifting it further and further so they can just keep trying to raise as much money as possible. One of the...
Yes. Problem?
A few weeks later, Keffels would hire a private investigator to dox a Kiwi Farms user she thought doxed her and sent him photos of him and his parents. Except that's not him. So she just doxed a random guy. Keffels would claim that these are fake, but the guy proved it by linking it back to her Discord. But we don't even need that because Keffels bragged about doing it herself at 3 a.m. before promptly deleting the tweet. When people would ask for a breakdown for how the money is being spent, she refused to elaborate, saying, "I will never do a GoFundMe breakdown for bad faith actors. Everyone who has donated has a refund button." Somebody asks, "Can you prove you were pushing litigation?" I have no intentions of knowing what it is or what you're pushing. Can you just give us some proof you are actually pursuing legal action? Keffels would reply, "Can you prove this tweet didn't ratio you?" He would ask again, "Can you show one piece of evidence you paid for a lawyer with the money donated towards your legal fund?" And she would respond with a "Whoa, showing a breakdown of the money donated you for legal purposes should be something you want to do. It's so easy to prove. You just need receipts." It wouldn't be until a month later where Keffels would admit that she hasn't worked on the lawsuit.
Just like explaining all of the things that have happened that have made it hard for me to focus.
I gotta go half an hour
on getting to the point that I could even consider legal action.
She was busy with vacation, dude.
Now I'm going to be focusing more on the legal things because I'm settled down, I'm back in Canada, and I have time to work on this now.
At this point, she would say she can't name who she's suing because then it would give them time to burn all their evidence.
During the process of actually taking legal action,
Mike. L.
One of the first steps that you need to do is collect evidence. And if you announce prematurely who you are taking legal action against, it gives that party an opportunity to try and destroy as much evidence as possible. I'm not even going to publicly comment on the party either.
A few weeks later, she'd go on live stream, seemingly inebriated, saying she's depressed.
"Hello, Keffels. I'm a 3 months HRT trans girl. I'd just like to say you're my role model. Look, I'm proud of you. But you should pick a better role model, like, for instance, SpongeBob, because, like, SpongeBob's never done anything wrong, I don't think. That's, yeah. Are you proud of, what the fuck is there to be proud of? Shut up. Shut up. Okay, fine, I'm super disappointed. Good. Join the club. Step in the fucking line.
Her family would beg her to get off.
Can you grab me the mic arm? What?
I wouldn't really hear from Keffels for a while until she announced she was signing up for rehab. In the next few days, I'll be admitted to rehab. The doctor said because of the drugs I'm addicted to, without medical supervision, detoxing will kill me. This was in February, meaning this whole time she might have been addicted. When she got out of rehab, she held a Patreon-only stream saying she was addicted to drugs since she talked to Keemstar. This is before she even determined who she was suing.
Around the end of 2022, I started drinking, which made me spiral. It was around the time that I was in fights with Keemstar.
Yeah, it makes the stream make a lot more sense.
And then as more and more shit started happening, I started doing cocaine at the start of 2023. 8 days into a cocaine bender, I found out that the coke that I was doing was cut with meth. So for 8 days straight, I was doing coke and meth.
I've done that.
I had a friend come over to help me detox. And I tried to just go back to my life like nothing ever happened. And I tried my best to make it so no one knew how bad things were.
Coke and meth together was the best coke I ever fucking had.
I really didn't.
I was driving back after getting it. Oh. I was driving back after getting it. And I had taken a bump. I was listening to... What was I listening to? I was listening to fucking, I think, Bullet for My Valentine. Either that or Red. And white knuckling the steering wheel. Just like gripping it and going, snarling. Just like with the most like intense, enjoyable fury. I loved it. It was super fucked, but it was fun.
Want to let people
Definitely
down.
don't do that shit though. Not good for you.
Especially because I know there's a lot of people in my audience that look up to me. And I don't want to let them down.
She talks about how an argument in a Twitter space made her want to off herself.
I was going through coke withdrawal while I was in that Twitter space. And I was so irritable that I just had to pause for a second and I started calling them retards. And that kicked off so much shit. After the fallout from all of that and all of the drama, I decided, fuck it. I figured out how to get drugs on the dark net. And I started making a plan to kill myself. I started doing coke and meth and benzos. And I was planning on ordering heroin from the dark net.
I wouldn't wish drug addiction on my worst enemy, but I also wouldn't trust them with $100,000. And if you think the money situation is confusing, wait until you see the actual lawsuit. On May 3rd, 2023, Keffels would finally present the official lawsuit going through the Human Rights Tribunal of Ontario, and it would be against London Police Services. These are just papers, nothing's gone to trial yet. Congratulations to Keffels for actually getting something filed and settling on the police like her GoFundMe insinuated. I had my doubts. However, the lawsuit's claims and some of Keffels' goals don't make a whole lot of sense to me. Some of her complaints line up copy-paste from the GoFundMe. Like at the time of arrest, LPS officers referred to Clara by her dead name, or the management system meant that some things were booked under her dead name, and that her property was labeled under it.
During the arrest, the police officer referred to me by my dead name. This is one of the property bags returned to me after I was released from custody.
It's her old last name. Does that quantify as a hate crime? If a woman's arrested and referred to under her ex-husband's last name, is that really a violation of her human rights? The police defense is that it was a clerical error due to her having interactions with the police before she changed her name. The police chief also notes that they need to develop a mechanism to ensure accuracy and avoid hurtful or disrespectful interactions in the future. Ultimately, it's up to the court to determine if this is discrimination or not. LPS and LPS's record system failed to record that Miss Sorrenti was transgender and was at greater risk of a swatting as a result, despite being warned in March 2022. Keffels' brother warned the police that she was a swatting risk 5 months before the swatting incident.
In fact, my brother called London Police Services on March 27th in a conversation lasting 9 minutes and 16 seconds to see if my family could be put on a no swatting list, only to be treated like we were wearing tinfoil hats and completely dismissed.
It is ridiculous that they didn't take her seriously despite her being such a large creator. This next one though, I'm convinced she just made it up. At the time of arrest, one of the officers pressed her hand against Miss Sorrenti's breast and said, "Yep, it's a she." What? She has never mentioned this before. Not in her Kickstarter, not in her initial video, not in any of her streams following it up. Maybe I'm missing something and someone can link me, because I find it impossible that she hasn't mentioned this before now. It also states that since Keffels was stressed from the swatting, she saw a 25% reduction in income, and the numbers are redacted. This is surprising because this is when she was at her most relevant. I assume she just streamed less. Her case is demanding that LPS admit they discriminated against her, that they pay the damages to her dignity and self-respect of $75,000, have the LPS compensate her loss of income and special damages in the form of $50,000. She wants them to change her record management system and have LPS officers use body cams when interacting with trans members. And it's true, the City of London did not have body cams when swatting her, but the City of London already had an initiative to get body cams on officers by the beginning of 2025. Not just for trans interactions, but all the time. She DM'd me in February saying, "The cops have good lawyers." Of course they do. If I could get one thing from all this, it would be body cams. Since the police don't use them in my hometown, it's my word versus theirs. The next few sections is asking them to apply by human rights laws, and it ends with saying that if Keffels wins the case, the LPS needs to publish the verdict to the front page of their website. It's so petty, I love it. Now there's a lot of questions relating to this complaint. When this was filed on April 10th, 2023, in response, LPS launched an investigation on themselves with the Special Investigations Unit, saying this was the first time they ever heard of the alleged assault, and they determined that they found themselves innocent, but I haven't gotten the report yet, so take that however you want. Also, Keffels, in a now deleted tweet she posted in February 2024, the papers have been processed, but they are still awaiting dates to appear before the tribunal. I'm told this could take between a minimum of 2 years and at worst 6 years. She's claiming that the trial has not even started yet, which may be true, but she deleted it a minute later. I don't know how to take that. She's so not transparent, it's hard to tell when she's lying, when she's telling the truth. It makes the research process for this so painful. I tried reaching out to her in DMs, sending 2 messages. She then proceeded to block me and called me a stalker for signing up for a Patreon to do research, even though she's done this exact same thing.
So far, they
making
only
it seem
have
like reaching out before making a video is a bad thing.
book.
It's not. I have a lot more to say about Keffels when it comes to the promotion of her DIY hormones for minors, her self-destructive cycle, the Catboy Ranch Discord, and the Human Rights Tribunal case. But I need more time to confirm that information, so subscribe to the channel. I want to shout out Doomer Media, who did a lot of the legwork in the research and script department. Honestly, I feel like we both hurt ourselves. And shout out to the homies over on Patreon: Phoebes, Crimson Glass, Riveter, Christina Vina, Mac Monkey, Drain Kobex, Necro Valley, Stefan Bildman, Abby Blackbird, Eddie Bizzle, Tismic Fitz, Christopher H, TV Anthology Reviews, Canklemore, Sennial Music, Lucas If, Et Automatic, and the mega homies: Reynold Hughes, Hellicin, IGP, Cone, Zavi Fox or Taxi, Latchkey Gothboy, Cyber Katie, Lore Reloaded, Papa Gut, Caden Lulin, Luis G, Exo Irish Exo, BA Subway, Hawkin Load, Zerophonic, Derek Do, Kitty Cat, and a Screaming Cloaker.
On the same list. Oh. Oh, thought so. I thought so. I was playing dumb for a second, but I fucking thought so. Okay. Let's watch the second Vosh
Vosh has had a
video.
mountain of skeletons pour out of his closet, justifying CP by making blood diamond arguments.
Pedophiles, right, who buy child pornography, would you say they should not be held responsible for doing that?
Yes. If I bought my computer and the silicon in it was farmed in Africa by slaves, if I can do that and that's legal and no one's going to call me out on my shit, then yeah, I have to be consistent in that respect.
And when called out for this, Vosh cries
What the fuck
context
is
while
wrong with
explaining
his
the
earlobes?
exact same context.
People are just like desperately cutting any kind of clip, like, you know, like Frankensteining clips together and hoping that, you know, something incriminating comes out in post. There's a lot of that, unfortunately.
Calling out Asmongold for talking about censorship in anime, saying it's for
A Dragon Maid, king of pedophile animes. I'm not watching this shit.
while having his girlfriend draw Lolly of the exact same anime, doing the Belle Delphine anime prawn face, making fun of the anti-Lolly meme, please no lewd. He has an old review of the exact same show, rating it highly. Vosh's response is to make an hour and 40-minute video where he doesn't directly respond to anything his critics say, making it sound like everyone's mad just because he's so awesome.
Do you feel like the people who do these character assassination pieces think they're punching up by targeting you? Probably not really the case with Ethan, but I think that a lot of them do get frustrated with my seeming persistence in spite of how much people dislike me.
He doesn't say Ethan's name a single time in his response video. How are you going to make a response video when you don't respond to the person who started the drama? He does this because he's trying to manipulate his audience. If you make it seem like this is old and has been addressed, well then none of it is a big deal. It's a wildly dishonest video where in the end Vosh makes it seem like he's a victim of false allegations, which is hilarious because Vosh has pushed actual false allegations for 2 years.
The next person, Extreme Dad, who is a pedophile, has my picture. He actually is a pedophile. We banned him from our Discord server because he was flirting with 14-year-old girls.
Today we'll be debunking and exposing Vosh's lies. It's comedic and disturbing.
You could be a human with a horse dick, yes, but then I wouldn't have that powerful stallion energy using it. There you go. That's it. That's the whole thing.
He didn't do anything illegal. It's not criminal, but it feels like it should be. Just like those monthly subscriptions you signed up for, forgot about, but are still paying every month. I've been paying 2 monthly subscriptions to watch wrestling for the past 2 years, and I didn't.
Brazilian lad. I'm neither of those things. Not if you saw it down. I am black. You're right. I'm very black. I'm Albanglo. Alright, I'll show you the cock. I'm 3 generations black. Yes. I'm 12 years a dipshit. That's what I am. I don't know. I'm waiting for him to get his box. 12 inches of cock. True. True. How did you figure it out? Because it was invisible. Ghost cock. I just say ghost cock, unironically. No, I didn't. You didn't hear that.
Didn't even know. I signed up for the free trial, thought I canceled it, and then signed up again with a different email. And I would have no idea I was doing this if it wasn't for Rocket Money, where after giving them a bit of your personal information, they're able to cancel subscriptions on your behalf. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance app that helps you save money and spend less. Recently, I've been using it to budget. Now I'm able to invest, pay bills, and still take the lady out on a nice date every now and then.
Rocket
It was
Money.
my
It's a
first
great
step
app.
towards actually
Use it.
adulting. Come, take it with me. It's never too late to start. Rocket Money makes it easy, saving customers an average of $740. If you want to save more and spend less, then join the over 5 million people currently using Rocket Money. Then go to rocketmoney.com/WillyMac to start for free. Thank you, Rocket Money, for sponsoring today's video.
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia.
I'll be making fucking dough in the pizzeria.
Vosh's response is incredibly sneaky when it comes to him addressing the criticism. He will hang on to one part of the argument and then act like that's the entire argument. The criticism against Vosh is that he was found with lolly on his folder. Seemingly a lot of lolly. Lolly is sort of the Confederate flag for pedos. Everyone who owns it isn't necessarily racist, but I don't blame people for assuming otherwise. Vosh is of the same opinion.
The thing that bothers me is people who pretend there's no relationship whatsoever between, like, drawn lolly shit and actual attraction to children. Of course there's a relationship between those things. Ridiculous to pretend otherwise.
Repeating it again in one of his response streams.
The thing that I've always said, that I stand by entirely, is that if you're into lolicon, like, people always say this. People always say, bro, it's just drawings. Okay. Drawings of what, right? Civil War, okay, states' rights over what, you know?
It's emerged that he's been watching lolly for years, liking depictions of Disney girls turned into lolly with chum all over her face on his private account. If it was anyone else, Vosh would call this guy a pedo. It's his own logic. This, for a lot of people, puts those old CP arguments he's been making in a different context. Like, oh, you need to explain the difference between act and rule utilitarian? Let's use pedophilia.
This is super duper simple, okay? A utilitarianism, act utilitarianism, is about considering the consequences of a specific action, okay? It is possible, please right now, uncuck your dumb shit, libcuck SJW brains, and recognize this empirically correct fact that I am about to spit. It is possible for an adult and a child to have a sexual relationship, and for it to have positive outcomes on the child as well. However, categorically, we discourage those relationships because, as a rule, it is substantially more likely that enabling them would cause harm in society. That's the difference between act and rule utilitarianism.
You were saying by definition there's exceptions to the rule when it comes to pedophilia. Of course the lolly guy made this argument. It is the combination of the two things. Vosh ignores all of that and only addresses the clip. I've addressed this for years.
Everything we're about to talk about has been discussed over and over and over again on this channel, in live streams and in videos. Some of it has been discussed to death. Is this clip, like, so dishonestly cut that, you know, no reasonable person would interpret it as looking bad if seeing the full context? I'll also cover some of the more bullshit accusations because I don't know, they're transparently bullshit, a lot of them. I feel like you would have to already dislike me to read anything from them.
It's not out of context, it's that the context has changed. You've been exposed as an avid lolly viewer. That is the context Vosh won't engage with. H3H3 has made this very clear from the start.
How do you square that with the dude having a folder full of lolly porn? Like, doesn't that change the context at all for you? Seeing all of this?
It should. Defense, by the way, may have been believable up until we found that he is actually consuming lolly stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the context about how everything happened.
It's all changed.
Vosh never confronts this line of reasoning. In fact, he doesn't show Ethan at all making his arguments. The only reason you made this video is because of Ethan. Show him giving his side. I'm doing that for you. Vosh doesn't because there is no good explanation. He's caught red-handed. So all he could do is focus on one little bit of the argument and then act like it's the entire thing. He re-explains the child slavery argument for the majority of the video.
Over the background of my mediocre Dead Cells gameplay, an argument with chat on the subject of foreign labor and unethical production was getting increasingly heated.
In this country, typically criminalize people who have procured media or resources which were the product of abuse.
Yeah, there you go.
We've all heard the child slavery argument. That context has been given by everyone day one. How does that change the argument? He goes on about how he was a debate bro and how it excuses these dumb arguments.
Because I and a lot of other people in the Discord server believed arguing controversial topics through inane hypotheticals made us cool and smart. Like I said before, it does reflect really poorly on me, but only in regard to my intelligence and character, not any sort of paraphilia.
We know this, but how does it change the argument? It doesn't address a thing. It's a great argument if you ignore all the lolly, which is where the entire conversation stems from.
It would make sense, all that kind of stuff, that he was edgy back in the days, but we did see your hard
Not
drive.
with the fucking, that's
we
what
saw
I-
your hard drive.
That's what I keep coming back to.
On the hard drive.
And if he had made this video 2 months ago, it probably would have been a good move, right? To just like all at once address all these old clips of him that have been floating around. But like now the circumstance is pretty different. It's Pretty different now, isn't it?
When Vosh finally addresses the clip of him admitting to wanking it to Lolly all the time, he writes it off as a joke.
We've all jerked it to Lolly at some point or another. We have at some point in our lives been going crazy on some hentai site, and we've been stroking as hard and fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back, look over our history chat, and we go like, oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Some of these girls looked pretty young. You know, this one definitely sounds rougher than the last two clips, but it's, you know, it's a bit. It's a joke. A bad joke. I can explain it. I don't think that'll make it any funnier.
Bro, you had it on your computer. He tries to write it off as a joke he made to show how big of a problem Lolly is, as if he was being virtuous.
The intended comedy element of an indiscriminate whirlwind masturbator being used to draw attention to a problem, that problem being the ubiquity of lolicon in hentai sites. I don't really know how anyone could get like a serious vibe from that, like there's any kind of like, you know, grave point being made.
People are saying that because in the full clip that you cut off early, you say that you don't care.
Fast as we can, and then after we nut, we go back, look over our history chat, and we go like, oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Some of these girls looked pretty young. Okay, I don't give a fuck, all right?
Turns out the only one taking Vosh out of context is Vosh. Pair that with you having it on your computer and it makes a lot of sense. For someone who cries missing context all the time, you don't portray the argument here accurately at all.
Again, it's not a funny joke at all. I mean, I cringe looking at it. It's great evidence against me if the point that people are trying to make is that I was, or indeed still am, cringe.
When Vosh addresses him liking Lolly of a little Disney girl with chum all over her face, he's equally dismissive.
I think they found one that was like the character was meant to be a teenager, you know? Like, and it's not surprising to me that that might happen because, you know, I'm running between classes, scrolling on my phone. I look at an image maybe 2 or 3 seconds before I like. The degree of scrutiny required there indicates that this goes beyond some kind of like matter of personal temperance and extends broadly into like, how weird is it that that's something that's been that normalized?
What is he yapping about? It's not normal to be walking between class, frantically liking porn en masse. You have a problem, and if you don't have the personal temperance to take the time to see if something's depicting a child or not, you need therapy.
Yeah, people are going to say what they're going to say. They can judge me for what they're going to judge me for. I think a lot of people have been real and charitable. You know, I think it's insane to say this like, yeah, it's a pedophile. You got him.
The charitable argument Vosh wants is that none of this is weird or matters. None of us should be worried. We're all just supposed to be blind. It's unreasonable. This guy's admitted in the past that he has minors in his NSFW Discord.
Ellie Rogers 12, I know there are kids with the pervert role in my Discord. How could we possibly prevent that knowingly?
Just not have NSFW work in your Discord. Boom, it's that easy. I find it disturbing that you knowingly partook in this with your fans without having any safeguards for their age. I could look past one of these things in good faith, 2 of these things maybe, but ignoring all of it would be foolish. He blames it on anime culture.
Again, it's not really an evidentiary argument that I can make, so, you know, what am I supposed to do? Yeah, I don't know. God willing, anime culture will get better one day. I wouldn't hold my breath, though.
0 accountability, 0 reflection. Can you imagine me using this excuse for being racist? What am I supposed to do? I'm Italian. Hopefully Italian culture changes soon. I doubt it, though. Alright, I guess he's gonna keep looking at Lolly. Vosh's defense for having Lolly on his folder is that he didn't know it was there.
1 or 2 people came into chat and they said, hey, there was Lolly in there. You know, I figured they were just causing trouble and I banned them. Of course, we know where this is going. By the next day, I had learned from what felt like the entire goddamn internet that 2 of the images in my folder preview window were actually from a well-known lolicon artist, and therefore definitely intended to be lolly shit, which has to be the worst possible way to find out about that sort of thing.
Vosh is being very sneaky with his language. 2 of those pictures were lolly from that one single artist, but most people would argue that the folder was full of lolly just from different artists.
The obvious and predictable, but nonetheless true response from...
I'm fucked. Oh, you bastard. I hate this shit. I fucking hate this shit. Yeah, I know you did. I fucking know you did. Oh my god. Kill me. I'll just chill like this for a bit. Ow. How's this look? Does this look good? Am I a good streamer like this? What do you think? I can't see any of your chats, but I'm just assuming you're all saying, yes, this is good content. Love it. Base. Red pilled. W Riz. Base. Base W Riz. Skibbity toilet. Kill me.
From me is that no, I didn't know that. And that must not have been the impression I got from those two drawings, because if I had gotten that impression, then I wouldn't have saved them.
He tries to sound so reasonable. I'm on your side. Lolly is bad.
Drawings are abstractions, and art styles...
Vosh is Vosh has had a mountain of...
Oh, fucking kill me.
Can't think of a single...
problem, like, a lot on stream.
Tries to sound so reasonable. I'm on your side. Lolly able to argue that the folder was full of lolly just from...
I banned them. Of course, we know where this is going.
Hi, sorry to disturb you this late in the night. I have a serious inquiry directed towards Nickelodeon. My question is, what the fuck are you doing? You know y'all used to have some fire bitches, and when I turn on the TV, I'm trying to see my favorite bitches. Zoe 101, Jeanette McCurdy. Oh my god. And now all you got is these preteens. Bro, I'm not a pedo. I'm not trying to look at these little kids and get aroused. Now I can't watch Nickelodeon with my dick in my hand anymore. I'm fucking upset. This is some fucking bullshit. Dan Schneider. Bring all my bitches back. I need all my bitches. I need all my bitches. The new shit you put out is whack. Dan Schneider. I'm just trying to get an erection, but now that these kids looking 13 and under, my penis will suffer. Damn fucking Schneider! This ain't a fucking game, bitch. I wanna watch a sitcom with my hand on my dick. I wanna see a titty, not fucking kid shit. Return all the hot chicks, or you gon' get it, bitch. iCarly, I don't care if you look like Michael Jackson, as long as you giving me action. And Freddy gon' film the reaction. Sam gonna join in and suck me a fat one. Nickelodeon girls, can't live without her. Ariana Grande, I know I drive a Hyundai. I can put you in a coma, have brunch on a Sunday. Fancy my dick, put you in a coffin all night screaming and tossing. Victoria Justice, I know you trying to touch this. Lizzie McGuire is tight, but I bet Zoe's tighter. You can find me in her bed, digging through that vagina. Amanda Bynes, you a little bit crazy, but you can still have my babies. Woo! Go down like a dog with the rabies. Y'all can't save me. A little bit of weed, hard liquor for the ladies, got me feeling like a young Dan Schneider from the 80s with a Jewish law firm and an all-black Mercedes, and she playing with the balls like Brady. Keep up with the shitty little kids and their stupid shit. I only wanna see the ones with a body fit, and I don't wanna be the one to be a little bitch about it, but I'm saying what everybody's thinking. Where the titties at? Dan Schneider, why you ruining your business? You realize I'd probably buy cable if you keep it all the girls and the ratings all stable, cause I ain't trying to see a young baby in the cradle. Cause pedophile. I'm not trying to see that shit. Come on, man. The girls I've sexualized are all in their 20s and 30s. Disclaimer! I'm not saying you should change all the bitches, but at least something after 10:30. 30! Dan Schneider, bring all my bitches back. I need all my bitches, I need all my bitches, I need all my bitches back. I love you, Dan Schneider, just please bring him back.
Red build. I don't think I've ever seen this. I'm fucked. My job is doing this to me. I'm a victim. Asian Lincoln Park. What this is? Oh. Yes, I do want a cookie. Thanks. I'm fat.
Think that you want from day one, but the devil will come. You know just why he wants you, don't you? Your crooked desire left us in disarray. Misguided, divided, it's the point of the razor. You started a fire, you gotta watch it burn. Try to save yourself like you always do. Every bridge we build, you think it's just to burn it down, just burn it down. When everything is gone, you wish you only heard.
I think I have actually.
Screaming Maytag, Maytag. Act like you've only done good, unfairly misunderstood. Play the victim, it's so you. What's new? Lie after lie after lie. We all stop counting the crimes. You know why we can't trust you, don't you? Your crooked desire left us in disarray. Misguided, divided, it's a point of the razor.
It sounds like a mix of like Linkin Park, Breaking Benjamin, and Bring Me the Horizon, all in one.
Why don't you choke in yourself? Swallow the hate and just forget you. You said just
Now I hear a little bit of Five Finger Death Punch. That was good. I like it.
Are you ready to head down?
My most listened to bands? Okay. For metal, it's gonna be Ginger, Spirit Box, Lorna Shore, A Day to Remember, I guess. Bad Omens, Slaughter to Prevail, Cannibal Corpse. All the pop metal bands. I don't listen to a lot of like the like I don't listen to a lot of music. So I'm not like heavily into like the unknown people. I set my friends on fire. Remember them? That was funny. Oh, you know what's good? This one I found a record at a shop, and I really liked it. It's called Maggot Brain. It was a really good album. I bet I could get away with playing some of it. Fuck. Whoops. I can't hear it. Hold on. I hate this shit. I fucking hate it. Oh god, I was so cringe. I don't listen to any of these. I don't think I could name a single song by these people. Rally. Demon. It is drug fueled jamming. Devil's Panel. Thanks, Polar.
He should do his duty. Soft goth love. My god. Thanks for the other one.
I know. You know what? If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go to the music video after this. This is interesting. Oh, I got the detection notice. Okay. I'm waiting, YouTube. I'm waiting. I stopped the video. Check again, losers. There we go. different one. Let's see if it happens again. I'm getting off soon anyway, I don't give a fuck.
I feel alone in my body. I feel a silence underneath. In these valleys of blood, in these rivers of rust. Shoulder all the blame again.
God damn it, YouTube. Come on.
Are you hearing this right now? Are you hearing this right now?
Welcome back to The Charismatic Voice. I am doing a deep dive of all of the 66th Metal Grammy nominees. And next up is Ghost. I am so into that subtle use of choir there. Yes.
Is this the one?
Welcome back to The Charismatic Voice. Today is going to be my first deep dive into Linkin Park. We've specifically selected a live performance so that I can get into the nitty-gritty of Chester Bennington's vocals. Now, I seem to recall having heard a song from Linkin Park on the radio when I was in high school, but since then I've gotten several degrees in voice and spent over a decade performing opera, so I imagine the impression is going to be quite a bit different. Let's get to it.
If it happens on this, I'm gonna be pissed.
Memories consume like opening a wound. I'm picking me apart again. You all assume I'm safe here in my room unless I try to start again. I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for, or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate and say I don't know how I got this way. You know it's not alright. So I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit.
Okay, I wanted to let that run a little bit longer because there's something enchanting about his voice, and I'm having problems putting my finger on it. This is definitely not what I expected, right? I thought
That's the only way I can do gutturals is that my voice is fucked right now anyway because it's late and dry. But is the inhale that I can't do, like I could do quiet. Like, it's crap. It's garbage. I can't get pressure. You don't. I can't sing while breathing. I can just. Regarded or retarded? I do know what you meant. I am profoundly retarded. Need to also smoke a pack a day to add depth. Already used to do that. I already added that to my lungs and vocal cords, dude. Fucking like 10 years worth of smoking. Guess I'm gay then.
I thought that they were a lot more aggressive somehow. I remembered it being a particularly aggressive sound, and his sound, it sounds like it might go more aggressive, but at this moment, there's an
I'm
almost
killing myself.
childlike quality to it. There's something very, very appealing in it. There is just a teensy bit of distortion that we'll hear on the edge, but I think it's very interesting to hear almost clean longing in the sound. It has a little bit of torturedness underneath it as well. Very, very interesting. There's also quite a bit of nasality that he puts into his sound as well. And I can't help but wonder, with all that he is sweating, does he drink a bunch of water to stay hydrated while he's doing this performance? Because, oh my goodness, he must be losing so much water right now. Let's go back to the beginning. Whew.
She's got this like
like he's
charming
hitting the piano.
weirdness to her when she's like
just in case
analyzing
any of you are
voices.
wondering,
It's just
pianos
so
don't actually need
odd,
to be tuned. They're already
but it's not
tuned,
like
so
off-putting
that
odd.
feels particularly funny to me.
You see,
Is that part of the album?
It's like-
I wonder.
it's like mild autism or something. Guess I'm gay then. Guess I'm gay then. You didn't even add the motion? Damn. Lame.
Memories come soon, like opening the wound. I'm picking me apart.
Wait a second. What a great way to level up. Anal and fries. That's funny. I'm Albanglo. All right, I'll show you the cock. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, right. I agree.
I'm safer in my room unless I try to start again.
I'm gonna go back. I want to talk about something he's doing that's so awesome, and that is breathing all the way around his diaphragm. A lot of people think of their diaphragm as just being something that is around their stomach, and your diaphragm goes all the way around your rib cage. You can actually see the back of his ribs move when he breathes in. Look for it.
Like opening the wound, I'm picking me apart again. You
See that back expansion?
I'm safer in my room unless I try to start again. I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for, or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate and say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way. You know it's not alright, so I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit.
I'm going to add a couple more things in here. He has a lot of cleanliness in the sound. I think he's been producing this sound well. Having back support like that, back breathing support like that is
Dude, I
a
want those.
very good
I want
indication
those
of
headphones.
great
They're
support.
DTs.
That's going to help sustain his voice over long
DT
years. But
DT
in
1990
addition,
Pros.
he just has so much clarity in the sound. Sometimes you'll have a little more clarity when you bring in a little more nasality to the sound as well. But the clarity it's very appealing. And he isn't always 100% perfect on pitch. He's very good at pitch, but I don't think there's any tuning that's happening here. He, every now and then, will be just a teensy bit above or a teensy bit below the pitch. And that kind of thing often really tugs at our heartstrings. It makes him feel a little bit more human. His diction also feels a little bit more casual in a lot of ways. So it feels like you're talking to your best friend instead of talking to somebody who is in a different stratosphere from you, essentially. Gonna go back just a little bit, and then we'll keep going.
Yeah, no, I don't like those. I had the Actually, those are the 1770s, aren't they?
Oh, I love that vibrato.
Hold on. She's such a dork. Okay, I was right the first time. They're the 1990s. I had the 770s. I fucking hated them. They're way too like so many people love them. They're really fatiguing for me. I'm a little more sensitive to like high ends, and they're very like sparkly headphones. I need more like mid-range and bass focus. I can't have the high end focus. Like I can't. It's crazy. They're not. No, these are really natural sounding. Those are sparkly. There is a pair of sparkly headphones that I like though, for short period use. Grados. CDJs. I'll show you my amp DAC stack. There we go. I just posted it in my general chat, and I will pull it up. That's my amp DAC stack. This is a $800 stack. Also, my prized audio fob set. I've shown this off a couple of times on stream. Only a couple times. Do you know what these are? No? Jamba Juice? Damn, you called it. You'll know when you see them. If you know headphone stuff, you'll know. Jesus Christ. Good thing this is a nice hard case. These are Focal Clear MG Pros. Aside from my PC, this is the most expensive piece of like tech equipment, I guess, that I have. It's the most expensive piece of audio equipment I have. It's more than this. Yeah, $1,500. Yeah. They're super nice. Not super often, but yeah, I got a $7,000 check in one day, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get what I want to get. What's really nice about these though is like a lot of the time when you wear headphones, you get a lot of pressure up here and not as much down here. So they have springs. So you get more pressure at the bottom. They're a little flimsy though. They're not like super. They're like very stiff. Harman Kardon is garbage. It's like Harman Kardon is just the new Bose. They're just like consumer grade, what people think is good audio. It's not good audio. It's just bass boosted. That's all it is. It's nothing special. They're big, but they're really comfy. They're heavy, but still really comfy. They make it work. They really, really make it work. But I can tell these things look huge. They're not even my biggest headphones. I have like one or two pairs that are bigger, I think. It might just be one. What the fuck are they? I don't fucking know. Just tell him Skull Candy's not the best. Shut the fuck up. No, the Sennheisers that I had on, I just noticed your chat Brazilian lad. The Sennheisers I had on are the HD6XXs, the drop version. They're like $250. They're so nice. They're so nice. They're super comfortable. You can wear them forever. They rarely get that like fatiguing, like ear, like ring pain. If you wear these things enough, this padding softens up like perfectly to your head, and they just become the most comfortable headphones ever. And they sound so good for so long. A good pair of headphones, like an actual good pair of headphones, should last you over a decade. Maybe 2 decades. Actually, no, they should last you the rest of your life. If you don't fucking break them. Sennheiser HD series headphones. I believe they're 300 ohms. These are real low. These can run off a cell phone and sound amazing. Yeah. Even like cheap high quality headphones will last for a long time. That sounds stupid to say, but cheap, high quality headphones are still high quality headphones. You can get really good cheap headphones. Like if you want IEMs, you can get a really good pair of IEMs for like $35. Yeah, me too. You can get a really good amp DAC for your phone for like $100. It's Bluetooth and it doesn't sound like Bluetooth. Get the FIO BT5. It's like $100, $110. Yeah, FIO BT5. This thing is fucking incredible. It's a little clip. You just put it in your pocket with your cell phone. BTR5, that's it. This tiny little thing, and it comes with a little plastic clip. This thing is a Bluetooth amp DAC. Yeah, it comes like this. So it is its own little piece, and it comes with a little clip you put around it. It is so nice. You can hardwire it to your phone or make it Bluetooth. It's so fucking awesome. Yeah, you can plug your phone into this and just go into amp DAC mode. And then if you want like a really high quality pair of IEMs, you get the Moondrop Arias. These things are $80. $80. And apparently they sound amazing. I still have to get a pair of these. But they're not as easy to find anymore. Because they switched to the Snow, which I guess don't sound the same. And then they switched to the 2, which also I guess don't sound as good. I do have to find the old ones, yeah. Oh yeah, and then if you want like a really, really, really good pair of IEMs, and you have a couple $100, you get the Moondrop Blessing 2, not the 3, the 2. I don't know why they stopped selling the older ones. Just do what every other company does. Keep selling the fucking old ones, keep making them. But just, you know, push the new ones. They do cheap out. What the fuck? That was weird. Are those when you're on the move? Not really. You could, yeah. I mean, yeah. That's what it's really for musicians. Like the ideal is there for musicians, like when you're on stage, you have IEMs in to monitor. They're in-ear monitors. They're for monitoring what you're doing with like a microphone or your guitar or whatever. So you have the pack in your back pocket, and your IEMs will be connected to it. But they sound incredible, and they're just earbuds. So, ideally, you want like an amp DAC to listen to them on, you know, to power them properly and get like the correct AC flow, so you're not getting a lot of ground noise or floor noise. Like the stack that I have up here, it's a balanced stack. So what a balanced amp and a balanced DAC will do is they will filter the floor noise, so you can't hear the AC power in your headphones that you could hear in like regular headphones. No, I spend too much time watching audiophile videos.
Whoa.
No, they don't. They have terrible headphones.
You all assume I'm safe here in my room unless I try to start again. I don't want.
That's a really good example. He pushed it a little harder into, again, the voice, which is a teensy bit under, but because of the emotion behind it, it doesn't sound offensive to me. It sounds like he's essentially pulling on more heartstrings with that frustration and tortured feeling. I'm listening more and more to the lyrics, and I know a little bit about their history. I know that he died in 2017, and he keeps talking about being alone in a room, and I feel that that can be one of the most tortured places to be if you're going through depression or struggling mentally with any kind of thing. You can just cave in on yourself when you're alone in your room. So to me, this song feels extremely personal to the battles that I know he fought throughout his life with depression. Let's go back just a little bit and listen to the way he pulls this pitch down just a tiny bit in here.
You all assume I'm safe here in my room unless I try to start again.
Right there.
I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for, or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate to say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way. I know it's not alright, so I'm breaking the habits. I'm breaking
oh, that was really interesting. On Tonight, he had almost like a fry scream come in with that. Oh, fascinating. I heard a lot more turbulence of the air come through his vocal tract at that moment. That's kind of cool. I really am digging a lot of the sounds that the band is bringing in. There's this sound that almost sounds like a retro Space Invaders shooting. It sounds kind of crazy at one point. I don't know what's initiating that, but it might just be something that's on a synthesizer. But at first I thought it was tied to guitar. And there's also a really beautiful
Talking about McDonald's.
string, I think it's a string synthesizer bed of sound. And it's just cool to hear the way they've woven in a lot of different sounds. I'm going to go back just a little bit. I'm going to point out the really cool, I don't know why it sounds like Space Invaders to me, but I'll point it out.
Fighting for why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate. Say what I don't mean. I don't know
right there.
I got this way.
That's cool.
Right, so I'm breaking the habits. I'm breaking the habits tonight.
Oh, that's such a cool sound.
You heard nothing.
Tightly lock the door. I try to catch my breath again. I heard much more anytime before. I had no options left again.
So in this part, you can hear it gets like just a teensy bit pitchy, but again, not in a bad way. It sounds very expressive. It sounds very relatable, and I can hear it specifically. He's doing a lot of top-down approach, which can be very, very healthy, again, for vocal longevity. His voice sounds like it wants to sit up high. And when it goes down into this lower area, if you still bring some feeling of that top-down, it tends to make it easier to go back up into that high stuff without having to change gears again. Go back just a little bit. Listen to the way it sounds light instead of, heavier, like kind of chunky down there.
Lock the door. I try to catch my breath again. I heard much more anytime before.
He's using a lot of nasal focus.
I don't want to be the one the battles always choose. 'Cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for, or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate, say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way, I'll never be alright. So I'm
trying to crack my neck. Not working. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, it sounds like he's really about to bring in a lot more aggression into the vocals. I could see that there's like an edge there that he could use from the earlier part, but I feel like it's going further than I expected it to at this point. I'm kind of excited where else it's going to go. But I just wanted to mention this. There's something that is so enticing about having this lighter, younger, almost youthful sound in his top, and then singing these lyrics beside it, right? It has a certain innocence, and I feel that it really expresses a very relatable emotion for many, many people, right? I don't know why or how I got this way. I know it's not all right. Those are amazing lyrics. Those are extremely relatable lyrics. I think that all of us will look inside and feel like there's something that isn't okay there that we want to change, and maybe have the determination that you're going to change that tonight. I also feel a bit fearful when he says, I'm breaking the habit tonight. And we know that he went on to die later. And you go, well, please don't break that habit in a life endangering kind of way, please. But I think it's just so relatable in the lyrics, because it isn't saying specifically what is wrong. A lot of times it's saying that there's something wrong inside, though. And humans can feel that there's always something inside that they want to be working on or making better. And then you have this incredibly innocent voice to go with it. Or I said, it's not just an innocent voice, I would say an innocent dimension of his voice to go with it. And that message, I feel, hits home even more clearly. Like there's that little voice inside us all that just wants to be better, essentially. I'm going to go back just a little bit. I'm excited about these harsh vocals coming up. Oh, beautiful switch and just purely clean right afterwards. I recently had the amazing opportunity to see down inside of a harsh vocalist's throat, and it was incredible to see how things constrict inside to add this distortion that you're hearing. I hear extra air turbulence in there for sure. And normally when you're looking down in a throat and you see vocal folds, you kind of have like a gap around the vocal folds, and you see these vocal folds coming clearly together and going wacka, wacka, wacka as the air is coming through, right? That's what creates the clean pitch that we know of. But there's a ton of stuff on top of the true vocal folds that can be constricted to make distortion in the sound. And there's different sounds that are associated with different areas where that distortion is created. This sounds to me like it's being made higher up in the vocal tracts. So it doesn't sound as much like false folds, which are just above the true vocal folds, but it sounds like we might be looking at something that's more area epiglottic, or it might just be having a lot of general constriction that's above those true folds. I'm gonna go back one more time. One of the ways I know it's good is because he goes straight back to cleaner singing afterwards without the distortion, and you don't hear any residual damage.
This is why I wanted to play it.
Whoa! Whoa! We're gonna go back for that moment again. I love the way it just sounds like it's so torn apart at the very end, but it's not actually tearing his vocal folds apart, but the emotion behind it is extraordinary. So many things to talk about. Which direction do I want to go? I definitely see some tension happening around his throat. You don't want tons of tension around your throat, but it is more likely that harsh vocals will have a little more tension going on. A lot of studies are showing that there's a little more breath pressure that's involved. And so you have to have essentially things that are restraining against that breath pressure to create that sound. So when we talk about tension in voice, we want to reduce extraneous tension. We want to remove tension where it's not needed, but you need to keep tension in some areas just to make a sound. It's essential. Like that's how you get self-sustaining oscillation, which is what wacka, 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 singing and phonating anywhere. It has to have some tension in order to function. Sometimes tension that comes from extra emotion, like his face, the way you see him scrunch up quite often, that kind of tension isn't going to help with vocal production, but it can help bring the emotion closer. often if we feel the emotion in our face or just inside, that emotion goes from our emotional processing
stay awake for
center.
5
It
minutes.
goes from there through
5
the base
minutes
and
without
straight into
nodding.
your vocal folds. It's an
Impossible.
immediate, very
I'm like listening to all of
very,
it. I'm totally here, but it's just my
visceral
eyes are just so fucking dry.
connection
It's
that
like
happens.
forcing.
So if you feel something inside, that's going to translate to your vocal folds very quickly. If you're making that emotion on your face, that's also going to translate very quickly into your vocal folds because that's going to be all processed and go boom right there. So while I think it's good to have not tons of tension while you're singing, the amount that he has, it really seems to be adding to the message here. I'm going to go back a little bit again. I loved this final scream. Whoa, that's good. Wow. I just love that this is what I get to do in life. Dive in to amazing singers, analyze how they're making these incredible sounds, and then try to explain to someone like you maybe how to have that same emotion.
I've given
I thought of it. I was on the wrong one. It is so impressive. It is so impressive. I am not staying up. Bro, I got narcolepsy. I can't do that shit. I can't do that shit without a lot of drugs. I gotta work. Here we go. I see a lot. I think they were like the second or third concert I ever went to when I was a teenager. I don't remember much. I do remember that Incubus opened up for them. I was hyped for that. I saw them in Boston. You know what? You know what? This might be it. You know what? I feel like I just had a flashback. That's kind of crazy. My memory came back. I remember this. It's the last thing I'll look up before I go to bed. Real quick. Oh, actually, I'm going to look up one more thing before I just remembered. I didn't know they were there. Oh, well, I guess I guess I've seen them twice. These guys are from my area. That's hilarious. God, phones were terrible. Okay. It's gonna be 2010. Yep, that's it. I went to this. This was the second concert I ever went to. Green Day. Slow as fuck. I guess he was ending it. Which I also end slow as fuck, so it works. Oh my god. This is not bad. Fucking catching it on the sidekick. Flip cameras. Who opened for Green Day? This might surprise you. AFI. Fucking AFI opened for Green Day. That shocked the hell out of me. That AFI opened for Green Day? They were way more like screamy than I remembered. Yes, Miss Murder. This claims to be 480. Okay.
Known for his strike.
Fucking Christ. All right. I'm going to bed. Go fuck yourselves. Bye.